Council Standards Panel. My name is Councillor Hitchener. I'm a councillor of Herefordshire Council and chair of the Council's Audit and Governance Committee. The other voting panel members are Councillor Highfield and Councillor Hamlin. Councillor Potts attends as the representative of Herefordshire Association of Local Councillors, and Mr. Cook is here as one of the independent persons. We also have officers who will be introduced as they are called upon. The first order of business is to elect the chairperson of the panel. Can I please have a proposer and seconder?
I propose Councillor Hitchener as chairman of the panel.
And I would like to second that, please.
Thank you very much. So I will now formally chair this meeting. As mentioned, no emergency drills are planned. Should the alarm sound, please exit the building through the nearest emergency exit and assemble in the Plough Lane car park. The agenda papers and other relevant information for this meeting are available for public viewing on the Herefordshire Council website in respect to those matters of the meeting that are open to the public. The council is currently recording this meeting. The recording is a recording of any public parts of the meeting will be uploaded to the council's YouTube channel. To ensure that recording quality is maintained, please speak as clearly as possible and keep background noise to a minimum. Microphones should be muted when you are not speaking. Only one microphone at a time will be able to operate, and microphones will flash green when you are waiting and red when you are speaking. If you have an issue with your microphone, please let the clerk know and she can allocate a new microphone to you. Yes. Okay, clerk, can we resolve that? Thank you, Councillor Bradford. That's helpful. Thank you. I'll carry on if I may. If others are permitted to film, photograph and record our public meetings, provided it does not disrupt the business of the meeting. If any members of the public attending do not wish to be filmed or photographed, please notify the clerk. There are no members of the public attending. So I'm just wondering whether we should wait until the microphone is available.
My representative will be reading my statement out because I'm not very well. I have submitted evidence of my wellness, and I've just got results which I haven't been able to submit because I've only just got the results of the violence. And my friend here will be reading my statement out.
Okay, well, Mr. Bradford, I'm sorry to hear you're not 100%. I think some communication has been made with the council, and I think we propose to carry on. Councillor Sinclair, I think you have a microphone now, which looks as if it's on, which is, yeah. Oh, it's okay. Are we ready to carry on? Councillor Potts.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Didn't realise that Councillor was obviously ill, and there's obviously been some communication with the county council. Can the chairman confirm that the Councillor Bradford is willing, happy to continue with the hearing today, please?
Very happy. That's why I'm
Yes, it doesn't get recorded unless you.
Also, the acoustics in this place are not great.
It's my fault it wasn't on. I'm very happy to come here because I wanted to defend myself. I haven't had the opportunity to defend myself properly. I've had at least 60 to 70 emails thrown at me from Herefordshire Council regarding this. And it's quite startling to wake up nearly every day and find an email from the monitoring officer or officers within the monitoring office regarding this joke of mine. But I would like Councillor Sinclair to read out my prepared defence, if that's.
I think Councillor Bradford, we'll come to that. I'll go through the procedure and then we can move on. Councillor Sinclair, I don't know whether you wanted to.
Yes, I would like to speak. I'm here to
I'm
represent.
sorry, Councillor Sinclair. We'll go through the process in a moment.
I want to make a statement before the process starts, please.
No, I'm afraid you have. No, I'm afraid you have to wait. We'll go through the process and then you can make your statement.
Oh, it's switched off now.
Yeah, and Councillor Bradford, your microphone is on at the moment. Oh, it's been turned off. Okay, thank you. So first, yes. Okay, so first of all, apologies for absence. Are there any apologies?
There's no apologies from members, Chair, but the complainant has indicated that she will not be attending today.
Thank you. And there are no named substitutes as a result. Declarations of interest. Are there any disclosable pecuniary interests? That's table 1. The registrable interest, which is table 2, or any other interest for items on the agenda today from voting members. Thank you. There aren't. For me, Councillor Bradford has indicated that I should not sit on this panel, as he says that I am not impartial. The reasons for this has been considered by me and the legal officer, and after careful consideration, I have concluded that there is no basis to Councillor Bradford's statement, and therefore I will continue to sit on this panel. As a member of the Standards Panel, I am fully aware of the general duty required of all councillors to act with integrity and honesty and treat all persons fairly. Item 6, consider exclusion of the press and public. We are aware that council is required to be open and transparent about its proceedings. The monitoring officer, as proper officer, indicated in her report that she recommended under section 100A(4) of the Local Government Act 1972 that the public and the press be excluded from the meeting. However, as it is a decision of this panel whether the proceedings are public or not, the agenda and papers have been published initially as an exempt item in accordance with the requirements of the council's procedure. The monitoring officer will advise us further on this point. If we decide not to exclude the press and public, then the agenda and papers will be made public and any members of the public will be able to attend the meeting. May I ask the monitoring officer to confirm her advice today, please?
Thank you, Chairman. When the agenda was published, my concern was focused on the confidentiality and sensitivity of third-party information, being the information about the complainant who is a member of the public. In this case, my advice remains that the report and its appendices should be exempt under Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act, because they identify individuals who are not public officials. My reasons for giving this advice are: the complainant does not wish her identity and the content of the papers to be published. The papers describe in detail the impact that the incident that gave rise to the complaint and the intervening weeks and months have had on her well-being, if not mental health. I'm aware that they have resulted in her absence from work for a period, and that discussion in recent weeks with members of my team have indicated that she remains significantly distressed about this case. The complainant is worried about the availability of the papers in the public domain and the possibility of comment on social media that might identify her. Responses from the subject member make very personal and unevidenced allegations about truthfulness of the complainant, despite the point being explained in the report. I do not wish that the council gives the subject member a public forum to further repeat these, which will no doubt cause further distress. Therefore, whilst the identify of third parties have been redacted as much as possible, and the conduct of councillors is normally a matter of public interest, it is my advice that the report and its appendices should be exempt and that this hearing should proceed in private. I consider that the public interest will still be served by a confidential meeting and avoids causing further public distress to the complainant. If panel finds that the subject member is in breach of the Code of Conduct, it is of course the case that a decision notice will be published on the council's website, suitably redacted as far as the complainant's details are concerned. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Just one moment. Yes, Mr. Bradford. Does either the independent person or the HALC representative have any particular views on this which they wish to express? Thank you. Mr. Cook, do you have a particular view?
Yes, thank you, Chairman. I agree with the monitoring officer's recommendations and reasoning. My belief is that the complainant has been consistent in her position since the incident took place, and both the local authority and the panel have a duty of care towards the complainant as well.
Thank you, Mr. Cook. Mr. Potts?
Given the monitoring officer's statements and her advice, I am happy to proceed in private session, although generally I like meetings to be in open public, but given the monitoring officer's clear guidance that it should be in private, I'm prepared for that to go ahead.
Thank you, Councillor Potts. So now, Councillor Bradford or Councillor Sinclair, would you like to
Yes,
make your own representations?
I would like to.
I think, Councillor Bradford, if you want to remain seated, I think that'll be enough for
I
our purposes.
believe
Thank you.
that this should be in public and that the complainant should be referred to as the complainant, witness referred to as witness, and anything regarding mental health should be redacted, but everything else should be made public.
I concur with that. I've got nothing to.
Okay, thank you very much. So, panel members, Councillor Highfield, do you have a particular view?
Yes, I agree with the recommendations of the monitoring officer. I think they're very valid in the circumstances, so I think this should remain private.
Thank you, Councillor Hamlin.
I too agree with the monitoring officer. There are compelling reasons, I think, to hold this one in private.
Thank you very much. So the decision of the panel is that this will be held in private. I'm afraid I need a proposer. I think I have a proposer from Councillor Highfield and yes. Councillor Hamlin seconding it. Please can you indicate whether the recommendation 3 to exclude the press and public should be accepted? That's accepted. So the panel is in agreement that the meeting will proceed in private. Can I ask that we check to see if there are any members of the public or press present, as they will now be asked to leave the meeting.
Switch the live stream off.
And okay, so